Forced to quarantine at her childhood friend's place, they suddenly bump into each other in the kitchen. With her pajamas wide open, she is feeling a sudden cold breeze.
And he is literally just in boxers. Talk about an instant wake-up call.
She scrambles to cover up, apologizing for forgetting she is not at her own place.
Lin Wanyu stands frozen. He also forgot she was even staying there. Before this, her dad ordered her to deliver some holiday gifts to Lin Wanyu, but she ends up ringing his doorbell forever.
Since nobody is opening up, she has no choice but to pull out her phone. She unblocks Lin Wanyu. "Are you even home?"
He immediately shoots back a question mark, so she patiently explains she is standing right outside his door.
Just trying to drop off the holiday gifts, but after a long silence, Lin Wanyu finally sends a dry, careless text telling her to wait before completely ghosting her. Honestly, his cold attitude is no surprise. They have history. She used to foolishly think he liked her, and honestly, that misunderstanding almost ruined his confession to his male crush back then. Suddenly, a cold voice speaks up behind her.
He asks if she finally decided to return. It is Lin Wanyu.
He stares with this incredibly complicated look, so she just smiles awkwardly and says she quit her job. He looks at the bags in her hands. He scans his fingerprint and motions for her to get inside. She hesitates, saying she should just leave the gifts and go so she doesn't bother anyone. Lin Wanyu gives her a freezing glare. He lives completely alone. Her inner fangirl is totally celebrating, though she still acts polite. He says if his dad finds out she visited and did not even get tea, he will never hear the end of it. He complains about getting nagged during New Year, but honestly, he is just terrified of Uncle Lin. So he deflates instantly and quietly follows him inside like a scolded puppy. Lin Wanyu takes his things, puts them away, and turns around to see him still frozen at the door. He tells him to get inside, but here is the catch. He and Lin Wanyu haven't talked in 3 whole years, even during New Year family visits. He actively avoided him, but now, as they are sitting on the sofa together, he is just staring intently at his teacup because the tension is insanely awkward. Finally, Lin Wanyu breaks the silence by asking if his dad really went ahead and set him up on a blind date. "Oh yeah, there is someone like that," he says, trying to play it cool. To get a reaction, he decides to double down and start boldly bluffing. He claims she is stunning, loaded, and that he is absolutely her ideal type. They are already moving to the next level, and if he wasn't here delivering stuff, they would be on their date right now. But before he can even finish, and just like that, he feels this terrifyingly intense, incredibly murderous glare locking right onto him. Then Lin Wanyu speaks up, his voice dripping with forced calmness as he asks if he is interrupting them. Our boy looks up to defend himself, but oh man. Lin Wanyu is already standing right in front of him, looming over him with absolute dominance. The danger signs are screaming, but does he back down? Nope, he stays stubborn as hell. He literally tells him, "Glad you know," making Lin Wanyu let out a dark laugh. He traps him against the sofa, leaning down to inspect him from inches away. The tension! He slowly whispers, "Ideal type," and her boy can barely squeeze out a single word. But suddenly, a frantic knock at the door shatters the moment, making him jump out of his skin. She leaps off the couch, headbutting Lin Wanyu. They both gasp, rub their aching foreheads, and head to the door. Standing right there are several health workers in full hazmat suits. Building 17 just got a positive COVID case, meaning the entire complex is under lockdown. They need them to register their IDs, leaving our boy completely dumbfounded. He quickly explains he doesn't live here and was just dropping off a package. Desperate, he asks if there is any way he can just leave right now. The worker just stares, shakes his head, and asks if he missed the official notice. With the outbreak getting this serious, the entire city has officially gone into total lockdown. He tells him to just stay put at his girlfriend's place, but he immediately objects. He enunciates those last words perfectly, but the busy worker probably doesn't even care. The guy just swiftly writes down both his and Lin Wanyu's ID details. Then the door slams shut, leaving him standing there like a complete idiot. Turning around, he nervously eyes the window and asks Wanyu what floor they are on. "The 19th floor," she says, completely unfazed. "So what?" "You should probably give up on climbing out the window. Plus, it's totally illegal." He feels completely defeated, But honestly, a tiny spark of secret excitement kicks in.
He calls his dad, who immediately tells him to just stay at Wanyu's place instead. His dad is surprisingly chill, offering to pack up his stuff tonight.
He promises to send a courier tomorrow, and then hangs up. Immediately, he texts his best friend about getting quarantined at Wanyu's place. His bro spams exclamation marks. Honestly, this wingman is an absolute legend. He demands him to put on those silk pajama pants they bought. Our guy reminds him he only came to deliver gifts, not pack for a sleepover. The self-proclaimed relationship expert brother tells him to just borrow one of her t-shirts. His advice is to leave his hair damp after showering and throw it on. Wearing her oversized shirt with wet hair, he says the rest should be obvious.
Staring at his screen, our main character can't help but smirk at the mental image. But Wanyu catches him grinning, coldly asking what has him in such a good mood.
He is definitely thrilled, but she is clearly not matching his energy at all. Looking up at her, he asks where he is supposed to sleep during this quarantine.
She says the sofa, and he can't believe her 37-degree mouth is being this cold.
How can she say something so heartless when there is only one bedroom here? She asks where else he expects to sleep, suddenly leaning in with a playful smirk.
She whispers if he wants to share the master bedroom, closing the distance between them.
He can feel her warm breath, staring directly into those beautiful, captivating eyes. Her usually cold gaze has a deep, mesmerizing intensity to it right now. He is completely transfixed, totally lost in the moment.
Then Wanyu breaks the spell, teasingly pointing out that he is literally drooling.
He panics and quickly wipes his mouth before looking back up at her. By then, Wanyu is already carrying a heavy blanket out and tossing it on the couch.
She tells him to go inside, giving him the master bedroom, which totally touches his heart.
Taking a look at the spacious bed, he suggestively mentions that it is actually quite huge. They could easily both fit on it, but she just scoffs at the idea.
She jokes about being afraid he will eat her, and our boy is left wondering.
Does she mean that in a wild way? Honestly, he is too chicken to ask. Blushing, our boy trots over to ask her what they are having for dinner. But then boom, he trips over the coffee table leg and faceplants right onto Lin Wanyu. In a total panic, he grabs onto something to keep from sliding all the way down. Lin Wanyu groans, her voice slightly raspy as she freezes up in complete shock. His hand absent-mindedly brushes against her, and he suddenly freezes as things get way too tense. What are you doing? She loses all patience and just flings his hand right off. She sits him upright, staring back at him with a dark, intense gaze.
Yeah, right. And then what?
He doesn't even hesitate. He just blurts out some cheesy pickup line he saw on TikTok. Hey, sister, can I tie a bow around your slender waist? Lin Wanyu gives him the weirdest look. She says his changes over the last 2 years are honestly wild, if she's not mistaken. He definitely detects a hint of sarcasm there. Fast forward to after his night shower. Remembering his buddy's advice, he walks out of the bathroom wrapped in a towel. He's fully prepared to act all dramatic and ask Lin Wanyu for a shirt. But then, he spots a set of pajamas by the door. Brand new, simple cotton men's pajamas. Alarm bells start screaming in his head, so he grabs the collar and goes to find her. Why on earth do you have men's pajamas? And why are you out here in just a towel? They both blurt out at the same time, making Lin Wanyu take a deep breath. She says she borrowed them, making him grind his teeth in jealousy. You sure are close with that neighbor boy, he mutters, as her expression turns totally awkward. Her eyes dart away as she denies it, but before he can press further, she spins around. Her voice tightens. Xiaobai, put some clothes on first before you say another word. Go back to the bedroom and change, she adds. So he heads inside and slips them on. To his surprise, they fit him perfectly, though the plain style is a bit too modest. It does absolutely nothing to showcase his ultimate charm as a fully grown man. So he texts his dad right away, telling him to absolutely send someone over tomorrow. He needs his silk pajama pants delivered ASAP. Now, everything is finally set. Walking out of the bedroom, he sees Lin Wanyu standing right in front of the fridge. She's chugging down a cold bottle of sparkling water. Is he just seeing things? Looking closer, her ears are low-key dusted with a faint, blushing red. The fridge is completely empty besides a few drinks. She blames it on her insane work schedule. She hasn't had time to restock, and hearing this makes him suddenly realize something.
Dark circles are bruising the skin under her eyes. She clearly hasn't slept in days. She whips up a quick bowl of fried rice with the leftover ingredients and sets it down.
Go ahead and eat, she says, heading to the couch to handle some work stuff. When she gets into her work zone, she honestly has this incredibly focused, gorgeous vibe. The bright living room lights stream down from the ceiling, making her sharp side profile look absolutely stunning.
Even her slender fingers typing on the keyboard have been completely staring off into space. Since they were kids, she was always that perfect child his dad constantly praised. She had the looks, the top grades, the whole package.
Compared to her, he was just a mediocre troublemaker, the ultimate textbook bad example. Before growing up, he always rocked messy, wild, short hair like a complete rebel.
He dressed like a total thug right up until the summer of his sophomore year.
After final exams, he went to her college to pick her up so they could head home. But instead, he caught her walking out of the library side by side with some handsome guy. That guy was smiling gently at her. Honestly, they looked like a match made in heaven. Carrying his suitcase, Xiaobai suddenly feels a deep, crushing heartbreak. He finally realizes he loves her. Dressing up in a sleek new suit, he decides to confess. Drinking for quick liquid courage. But opening the karaoke door, he sees Wanyu standing there. A massive 3-layer cake sits beside her, with decorations everywhere.
Panic mode.
His buddy pulls him aside, saying her roommate just spilled some major tea.
She is confessing to her crush tonight. Instantly, his mind goes totally blank.
Their eyes lock. Drunk and dazed. He immediately remembers that handsome guy from the library. Wanyu never gives him those warm, sweet smiles. She probably hates him. He pulls away and takes a few shaky steps.
Stumbling right toward her. Losing his balance completely, he crashes both of them right into the massive cake.
Confession ruined.
Xiaobai flees and ends up taking a job far out of town.
Completely cutting contact for years.
Fast forward, and he wakes up sweating because the floor heating is too hot.
He runs straight into Wanyu. She is leaning against the counter, casually sipping some water. Still half asleep. But guys, here is the absolute kicker.
She is barely wearing anything, collarbones fully on display. He is totally staring at her long legs until she blushes.
Then he looks down. He apparently stripped his pajamas off in his sleep. Screaming and apologizing, he quickly clutches his pajamas.
Wanyu stiffly turns away, muttering that she forgot he was staying there.
He hurriedly buttons up. She is already dressed. Honestly, he feels low-key disappointed. Sitting under messy blankets, she asks why he is up so early. His throat is sore.
He chugs some water, and Wanyu stands up to help.
She turns down the thermostat and tells him to go back to bed. She asks if he ate.
She sighs, complaining that he literally finished off the last of their food.
He feels instantly guilty, wishing he had saved some. Wanyu just pauses. She waves him off. But then he turns back with a shy look. He tells her she could always choose him instead. Let's see how she reacts. Hearing the pure, suppressed anger in her voice, Xiaobai knows better than to push Lin Wanyu any further. So our boy immediately slips away to get some sleep. But his dreams are completely hijacked by that kitchen view, especially Wanyu looking incredibly youthful and stunning. We are talking about that flawless, slender figure with the setting still locked in the kitchen. Exactly like the scene from before. Only this time, Lin Wanyu does not look away, instead opening her arms to him with a smile.
She sweetly asks Xiaobai for a hug, and boom, he wakes up with an actual nosebleed.
Covering his face with tissues, he sprints to the bathroom, only to run straight into Wanyu again. Thankfully, she is just brushing her teeth this time, fully and neatly dressed. Otherwise, he would have gotten a massive eyeful. Or, wait, another awkward moment. Wanyu quietly steps aside. She makes some room for him, and he starts washing the blood off under the running tap. Suddenly, her icy voice cuts through the silence, asking why he is so hot when she even lowered the heating. She even turned on the humidifier. I mean, how is he supposed to explain that he literally just dreamed about her? After he mumbles some lame excuse, 2 seconds of pure silence pass as he finally stands up.
Right then, Wanyu whispers his name, Jiang Xiaobai, right next to his ear. She asks if he had some highly inappropriate dream, making him snap his eyes up in shock. Through the mirror, he sees her face right next to his, practically close enough to touch. With a teasing smirk on her lips, they honestly look exactly like a cute couple who just woke up.
Brushing teeth together and flirting, honestly, Xiaobai needs to calm down.
He forces himself to lock away those wild thoughts and pretend to be totally calm. Shifting a step away, he quickly changes the subject, asking what they are having for breakfast. Wanyu instantly switches back to her usual cold expression, telling him to wait for the grocery delivery. There is literally no food left except milk, and she remembers he did not eat a single thing last night. Deeply worried about Wanyu skipping meals, Xiaobai starts racking his brain for a solution. Suddenly, a light bulb goes off. What about the massive load of New Year gifts he brought yesterday? Seriously? His dad is an absolute legend for making him haul 2 massive boxes of food over? Both boxes are completely loaded with food, and he hugs them tight. Honestly, he is practically crying tears of joy. Right after they finish lunch, the property staff finally shows up with a fresh bag of vegetables and one more thing. They drop off a gigantic cardboard box saying it is the community rations plus a delivery. Apparently, someone sent it over via courier. After doing their daily health tests, Wanyu helps him unbox everything, but then she pulls out a mysterious shirt, asking what it is. It is an ultra-soft, thin piece of pure black fabric with elegant patterns on the collar. Wait, ain't no way, this is literally the silk pajamas he bought! He freezes completely. Too terrified to even move his head, he watches Wanyu shake the fabric out. And right on cue, a small box and a folded note tumble out onto the floor. She picks up the note and begins reading it aloud, starting with his name. Be safe, son. Seriously, his dad is way too wild for this. He debates between snatching the evidence or straight up faking a medical emergency. After hesitating, he decides his only way out of this is to go on the offensive. He suggests his dad is super thoughtful, and maybe they should find an opportunity to try it out. And honestly, the moment he goes full shameless, Wanyu is the one who gets flustered. With blushing ears, she shoves the clothes into his arms and quickly stands up. She mutters that since Uncle Jiang sent it directly to him, he should clean it up himself. But just as she tries to escape the awkwardness, the doorbell suddenly rings. Lin Wanyu takes a deep breath, puts on a mask, and tells him she will get the door. She turns. He frantically scrambles to hide the clutter. Shoving it away, he peeks out to check on the guy. A smooth, gentle voice drifts inside, asking Wanyu why his Wi-Fi signal is completely dead. Even after paying the bill, it is not working, so he needs her help. Familiar voice. Then, a ridiculously handsome face suddenly pokes out from right beside Wanyu. Pale skin, sharp features. With clean, short hair, leaving Xiaobai completely frozen in his tracks. Wait, the neighbor who lent her those pajamas is actually that guy? The exact same handsome rival whose big confession Xiaobai totally ruined back in college? Have you tried restarting it? Tang Yi sighs helplessly, admitting that he already tried that with 0 success. He sounds so smooth and gentle, prompting Wanyu to cast a quick, silent glance back at Xiaobai. She looks away, calmly agreeing to go check his router. Xiaobai can only watch in absolute despair as she walks out with him. The two of them head toward the elevator together, and the door slams shut in his face. Instantly, he is thrown back to sophomore year, remembering them walking side by side. Just a perfect couple, while he was a total outsider. Shaking off the painful memories, Wanyu actually returns a few minutes later. He sits frozen, clutching the borrowed pajamas. Sitting on the couch, contemplating life, he mutters if she is back, and she just nods. Then she looks at him, asking what on earth is inside his head all day. With her voice ringing right above him, Xiaobai looks up at Wanyu. She stares down at him with a deadpan, judgment-filled expression. She sighs, sitting down beside him. She explains that Tengi's router had a small issue, probably bumped by Bobby. Wait, Bobby? Did he seriously adopt a house elf from Harry Potter? Shocked by his wild anime-level logic, Wanyu gives him a long, silent stare. Bobby is his cat. Xiaobai is absolutely drowning in jealousy. He pettily snaps back that they must be pretty close if she remembers his cat's name so perfectly. She stays silent. Xiaobai stands up with the pajamas.
He stiffly asks to borrow her washing machine to clean them. He hates wearing borrowed clothes, especially since his health code might turn red.
Wanyu goes quiet for a moment, asking if he is worried about his travel history. But she was wearing a mask when she went out, and they had zero contact. Suddenly, she loses her balance. Instinctively reaching out to catch her, he ends up with her falling directly into his arms. Her hands are on his shoulders, too close. Their breaths mingle as she stares into his eyes for a quiet, heavy moment. She stands on her tiptoes, kissing him for just one short second. It completely short-circuits his brain. Now you can really start worrying, she whispers with a calm smile. Snapping out of it, his ears turn bright red as he completely loses his ability to speak. Stuttering like a fool while she calmly watches him. He tells Zhang Xiaobai to stop pretending. Didn't he already have feelings for him way before this? Honestly, Xiaobai's a total talker who gets all brave in his dreams but has zero actual guts to make a move. Bluffing hard, Xiaobai grabs the pajamas and runs. He tosses the pajamas straight into the washing machine and stands back up. Only to realize Lin Wanyu is standing right behind him again. Also, Tong Yi is actually his colleague. He works in marketing, and before our boy can even say a word, Tang Yi quickly explains that since they're neighbors living on different floors, they occasionally cross paths. So he helps out. Lin Wanyu asks if they're super close. Otherwise, why would Xiaobai borrow his pajamas? Xiaobai just stares down at the spinning washing machine drum. Lin Wanyu clarifies his dad sent him clothes and he doesn't actually wear Tong Yi's pajamas. They go back up after drying. Wanyu just sighs. He pats Xiaobai on the shoulder, looking him dead in the eye. He asks him to think about who would actually lend their personal pajamas to someone else. Even if they're brand new, Lin Wanyu admits he lied. These weren't actually borrowed. Hearing this, Zhang Xiaobai completely freezes. He asks if Lin Wanyu has brought other boys home, making Wanyu look totally speechless. Wanyu insists there are no other boys, but says he just doesn't know how to explain it yet. His ears blush red. Anyway, it has nothing to do with Tong Yi. It has nothing to do with any other guys either, so Xiaobai can just wear them in peace. Over 3 years, Xiaobai hits the gym and learns fashion. He gets used to wearing suits and leather shoes, so much so that when he goes home for New Year, his dad literally sheds happy tears, praising him for finally looking like a man after 25 years. Xiaobai doesn't have the heart to tell his dad the truth. All of this glow-up was because he once pinned Lin Wanyu onto a cake, and then cowardly ran away like a loser. Later, Wanyu sent him a text asking if Xiaobai hated him. For someone as aloof as Lin Wanyu, sending that message was a huge deal. It was a rare emotional moment. Realizing he had ruined Wanyu's carefully planned confession, he felt incredibly guilty. He apologized and even sent him some money, hoping to make things right. Wanyu refused the money, saying there was absolutely nothing to apologize for. Because of this awkwardness, out of all his job offers, Xiaobai chose the one furthest from home. He deliberately avoided Lin Wanyu from then on. Talk about extreme avoidance! That is, until 2 months ago, when his dad had to undergo a minor surgery. He finally quit his job and headed back. Later, he tells his best friend everything that happened during the day. His friend says since Wanyu kissed him and didn't mind being teased, Xiaobai definitely has a shot. Guided by his wingman, Xiaobai puts on those silk pajamas. He plans to fake sleepwalk into the living room the next morning to find Lin Wanyu. He wants to act all handsome and sleepy. Let's see how this goes. He sprays his cologne, even planning exactly how to pull Wanyu into his arms. But that night was a total mess. The memory of Wanyu leaning in for a kiss keeps playing on loop in his dreams. The plan fell apart. His chronic stomach issues flare up out of nowhere. The next morning is a disaster. He wakes up and realizes he got cold sweat all over Wanyu's clean sheets. Pure embarrassment. Lin Wanyu is outside knocking on the bedroom door, telling Zhang Xiaobai to get up and eat breakfast. Wait, didn't he stay up all night working? How is this saint awake so early? A sharp, cold pain starts twisting in Xiaobai's stomach, and he has to close his eyes. Giving up. Lin Wanyu, my stomach hurts. And just like that, Wanyu actually runs out to borrow some medicine from their neighbor. He goes upstairs to find Tang Yi, but 2 minutes later, he brings the actual neighbor back down with him. Xiaobai is curled up on the couch in pure pain, weakly calling out for Wanyu. I need painkillers first. But wait, shouldn't you have some more milk first? A gentle voice cuts in, and Xiaobai looks up to see Tang Yi standing right there.
He is wearing a face mask, leaving only his warm, gentle eyes visible. Oh, it is you.
But the moment Xiaobai lets those words slip, you can feel it. His relaxed vibe instantly vanishes. He tenses up, leaning down to grab Xiaobai's hands. Man, they are freezing. You should drink some warm water before taking the meds, Tang Yi says warmly. His hands are broad and strong, carrying a clean scent, with every hair neatly styled. He is literally the definition of an effortlessly handsome guy, and Xiaobai just stares. As the two tall guys head into the kitchen, Xiaobai forces himself to sit up. He pokes his head out to watch, only to find the bedsheets already changed.
Go back and lie down, Wanyu tells him gently as Xiaobai sniffles.
Xiaobai whispers, asking if Wanyu only cares for him because of their fathers.
Is that the only reason you look after me? Wanyu stays completely silent.
Terrified of hearing a cold, brutal answer, Xiaobai turns to walk away. Just a few steps. Wanyu finally speaks up from behind, reminding Zhang Xiaobai that they have known each other for 24 years. Back in kindergarten, when you wet your pants, I was the one who took you home. And now you say this to me? Sunlight streams through the small window. It catches his usually cold, expressionless eyes, making them shine like scattered stars. I take care of you because you are Zhang Xiaobai, and man, Wanyu is just too gorgeous. Xiaobai is totally spellbound by him, stumbling back to the bedroom to pass out. He drifts into a deep sleep. A long dream begins. Tiny childhood fragments. Wanyu actually got permission to take him home. Then, middle school skip days. When Xiaobai tried to hit the internet cafe, Wanyu was always waiting by the wall. Dragged back by the collar. Then, college holiday travel on cheap trains. Wanyu always sat with him, but this time, someone stole Xiaobai's seat. When Xiaobai argued, the guy's massive, towering son stood up to fight. But Wanyu just stared them down coldly. Riding a cheap train with your dad, stealing a seat, and trying to fight? You are poor, lazy, and completely ignorant. If I were you, I would get off. Absolute savagery. Xiaobai had never heard Wanyu speak like this in his life. Humiliated, the guy dragged his dad away, muttering curses as they left. Wanyu just tilted his chin slightly, telling Xiaobai to sit down. The train was completely packed, filled with noisy chatter and weird smells. It was a messy, living slice of reality. Yet Wanyu sat there, like a pure beam of moonlight on Earth. During the next few hours of the trip, our boy couldn't stop stealing glances at her. It finally clicked. Lin Wanyu was an absolute goddess, incredibly gorgeous and totally out of his league. But then he completely ruined her confession scene and ran away like a total coward. Looking back now, 20 whole years. Ever since he could remember, she had always been right by his side. Well, except for the last 3 years, because he was actively ghosting her. Their history was basically a blank slate. Even in his sleep, he mumbles about just wanting to be friends forever. He blinks his eyes open to see Lin Wanyu holding a glass of water. She's standing by his bed with this incredibly complicated, unreadable look. Take another painkiller, she says flatly. He downs the pill and asks if she is still worried about his stomach.
He just nods.
She drops a line about wishing he was always this obedient, low-key mysterious. He sits under his blanket, trying to process everything. Naturally, he texts his best bro, who tells him she definitely has feelings. But right after his friend says this, the plot twist hits. Wanyu completely freezes him out. He is totally lost. He even tries acting cute. He tries to get her sympathy, but she just sits there looking deadpan. She casually flips a page and tells him to go lie down. Girls are way too hard to read, and now he is thinking of Tang Yi. Feeling totally down, he waits until he's recovered to grab some drinks. He grabs a few beers from the fridge to drown his sorrows. Next thing you know, he's absolutely wasted after just 3 beers. He stumbles out to find Lin Wanyu right after she finishes working. It's already pitch black outside, with moonlight spilling through the window. She looks absolutely ethereal in this light, and he runs over, whining to her. She turns around, sees his state, and immediately sighs. Why did you drink so much? Is your stomach not hurting anymore? He aggressively waves his hand, telling her to mind her own business. But then he accidentally knocks over her hot tea, scalding his hand. He flinches from the pain, and she panics, immediately grabbing his hand. Once she sees it is just slightly red, she breathes a sigh of relief. She sets the cup down and tells him to stop acting up. But before she can finish, the madman literally wraps her in a tight hug. Whispering in her ear, he tells her he needs to take a shower. She sighs and tells him there's no way he can shower while wasted. Then wash it for me, he says, resting his chin on her shoulder. He starts sniffle crying like a kid, complaining about how unfair everything is. He whines that he hasn't showered in 5 whole days because he was sick. He complains that he's smelly, and she just can't deal with this drunk. Giving in to his ridiculous whining, Wanyu helplessly agrees to help him. She turns on the hot water heater and patiently tells him to wash himself. She promises to wait right outside the door and tells him to call if he feels sick. She turns and leaves without a second of hesitation. Standing in the rising steam of the shower, Zhang Xiaobai feels incredibly frustrated, especially since he is not even that drunk. He just wanted to use this chance to clumsily flirt with Lin Wanyu. But since she was completely unmoved, he wonders if she genuinely does not like him. Then why did she kiss him before? Calling her a total player, he heads into the shower. Stepping out with soaking wet hair, he finds Lin Wanyu standing by the window, staring right at him. Her eyes flicker slightly, but he tries to walk straight past without making any eye contact. But she suddenly grabs his wrist. He coldly says he is going to bed. She softly points out his hair is dripping and should at least be dried first. Saying that, Lin Wanyu lets go of his hand and heads straight into the bathroom. Back in his bedroom, he sits on the bed. She walks in holding a hairdryer and gently pats the empty spot right in front of her.
I will dry it, she says softly.
That gentle tone completely wraps around him, and he simply cannot resist her anymore. Sitting quietly before her, he feels Lin Wanyu's slender fingers run smoothly through his hair.
She is so gentle. He sniffles a bit.
Out of nowhere, he asks if she will show up to attend his wedding. She freezes. The dryer cuts off. Lin Wanyu slowly looks up, questioning if the wedding is with his supposed ideal type. She remarks that Zhang Xiaobai sure is busy planning a wedding while staying under her roof. Her voice is freezing cold now. All his bottled-up frustration suddenly explodes as he asks what is wrong with him discussing marriage. Does it even concern you? You kissed me. Yet she acted like nothing happened, flirting with other guys right in front of his face. He demands to know what she expects of him, to keep desperately clinging to her forever. He spins around to see her completely stunned. Her gaze darkens slightly before she takes a slow, deep breath to steady herself. You said you wanted to be friends forever. Now that is a massive plot twist. She actually heard his sleep talk. He feels incredibly frustrated. Then what else? Since he did not want to lose her, he asks if there was any other choice but friendship. She stares at him, asking if avoiding her for 3 years was not his way of cutting ties. That is because I love you, and you do not love me. She silences him with a warm kiss. Leaning her forehead against his, she softly murmurs that they should stop being friends then. With slightly ragged breath, she confesses she kissed him simply because she could not resist him. She was just too scared to confess, fearing he would regret it, but she definitely likes him. She tells him he has no idea how much she loves him. He never dreamed he would hear such a direct confession. His heart pounds like crazy. As she buries her face in his chest, her soft, long hair gently tickles his chin. Feeling her warm breath, he swallows hard and asks what they are if they are not friends. He barely recognizes his own voice asking what she wants. Honestly, how could she be this soft? What happens next is just wild. It is exactly the kind of stuff you cannot detail online without getting banned. Absolute chills. Her face turns completely red as the room lights drift like waves around them. Closing his eyes, Xiaobai could hear Wanyu Lin's incredibly sweet, gentle voice. Of course we are doing this, she whispers. My dad is seriously a genius for planning ahead. When Xiaobai wakes up the next morning, that thought is still spinning in his head. Wanyu is resting her head on her hand, looking sideways at him. Awake? Are you tired? Shut up, Xiaobai mutters, pushing her away playfully because he desperately needs water.
Wanyu just stares at him for a second, her eyes sparkling with absolute mischief.
As she goes to fetch him a glass, Xiaobai wraps himself in the blanket, reevaluating life. Seriously, look at his past 2 weeks. He literally came to deliver gifts and got quarantined. Then they are forced to live together. He steals her bedroom, confesses his feelings, and now this? And now he gets completely eaten alive. Bro literally delivered himself right to her door.
After breakfast, his phone rings, and guess who? It is Uncle Lin on the caller ID.
Talk about awkward. He just spent the night with the man's daughter, so he is low-key panicking. Uncle Lin asks if he is settling in well and getting used to staying with Wanyu. His voice is so warm and gentle, asking if they have enough food to get by. He even offers to send more groceries, but Xiaobai quickly assures him they are totally fine.
He tells Uncle Lin that Wanyu has been amazing, even letting him have her bed.
While she takes the sofa, suddenly the phone goes dead silent for 2 whole seconds. Then Uncle Lin clears his throat and asks if Xiaobai remembers their talk about finding a girlfriend. He wants to set him up with someone, since the pandemic delayed their previous plans. Now that things are settling down, he is ready to share Xiaobai's contact info. Xiaobai freezes, totally speechless, but luckily, right at that exact moment, Wanyu walks over munching on potato chips, casually asking if it is his dad calling. Covering the speaker, he whispers the truth to her, then stammers a polite thank you to Uncle Lin. But he tells him it is fine, since he is not looking to date right now anyway. Uncle Lin sighs, saying Xiaobai barely visited since graduating 3 years ago. Your dad is constantly stressed about your love life, and I watched you grow up. You are basically like my own son, so I worry. Xiaobai is completely speechless. Helplessly, he starts to say he will add her contact, but before he can even finish, Wanyu snatches the phone right out of his hand, looking incredibly annoyed as she speaks to her dad. Dad, she says, Jiang Xiaobai does not want to date right now, so just let him be. Besides, things are strict during lockdown, so we should not be bothering other people. I will make sure he is taken care of, so do not worry. And with that, she hangs up. She hands the phone back to a completely stunned Xiaobai. Xiaobai raises an eyebrow, teasingly asking if she is jealous, but Wanyu says nothing. He smirks, feeling pretty proud of himself. What can he say? He's just a popular guy. But right after he brags, Wanyu steps in close, standing on her tiptoes to lock eyes with him up close. You still want to add her contact and get to know her? She asks slowly. Zhang Xiaobai, you take everything from me and do not want to be responsible, right? She places her hands on his shoulders, leaning in to give him a soft, quick kiss. It is just a fleeting, gentle moment, but it hits him hard. Xiaobai is left completely red-faced, his ears burning as she walks away. Lin Wanyu asks our boy why he has not told his dad about them, and honestly, he has 0 answers. Even though they have already gotten super close, he still cannot stop thinking about 3 years ago. Especially Tang Yi. Just thinking about the guy living upstairs makes his heart feel heavy. It is too sudden. He's terrified their dads won't handle it. Just a weak excuse. He promises to take her home during New Year to officially announce everything. Thankfully, Lin Wanyu buys his explanation, and with a little convincing, she moves back into the bedroom because the living room sofa is way too tiny. Squeezing together is tight, so as they lie there, he quickly grabs her hand. See, he says, your bed is easily big enough for both of us. But she suddenly turns to look at him with these burning eyes, saying she's not tired. And boom, he folds instantly. Just days later, he's video chatting with his dad. His dad suddenly stares closely at the screen and asks what is on his neck. He checks his camera and panics. He stutters out that it is just a mosquito bite, even though it is literally freezing winter. His dad is utterly confused. He blames the indoor heating, and his dad just lets it go. He tells Wanyu to find some repellent before hanging up. That knowing look on his dad's face, absolute gold. Later, our boy finds an opening. He asks Lin Wanyu how she even knew Tang Yi was feeling sick upstairs. She worked on a project with him last month and knows him well. She was the team lead, she explains, handing him a peeled apple. He had pulled an all-nighter with them once and used that exact excuse the next day. It was the perfect call-out reason.
Our boy is speechless, but since Tong Yi helped him out recently, making him ginger soup and even lending him some painkillers, he wants to invite the guy for dinner. But Wang Yu frowns, saying nobody should visit others during lockdown. It has to wait. He agrees, but still feels a bit bad. He sneaks some cured pork upstairs.
Tong Yi politely thanks him, then asks if he can eat it without rice. Since it is incredibly salty,
The guy just chuckles awkwardly. No carbs since the gyms are all closed. Worried about gaining weight, Tang Yi gestures to his waist. Our boy feels his own lockdown belly and instantly regrets life. Absolutely tragic. Seeing his reaction? Tang Yi quickly adds that eating it once in a while is totally fine. He is so gentle. Seriously, what a catch. If our boy were a girl, he'd fall for him too. Texting his friend from bed late at night? Telling his friend he's dropping the old drama? His bestie is completely shocked. There's no point anymore. Squinting under the bedroom lights, all that matters now is that Lin Wanyu loves him.
Xiaobai believes Wanyu is completely sincere, so why overthink it?
Even if he knew why Wanyu liked Tong Yi 3 years ago, it wouldn't change a single thing anyway. His friend hesitates for a second, then claims he was just playing.
But then he drops a truth bomb. Xiaobai, you seem low-key insecure. How could he not be? He is 25.
Wanyu was his first love and the only person he ever wanted. He was too chicken. So after ruining Wanyu's confession 3 years ago, he basically ran away.
He was too scared to take responsibility or face the consequences.
Although he desperately tells himself that adults shouldn't overthink things, his feelings are still completely crushed. Honestly, this is so painful he tosses and turns all night. Wanyu gently shakes him awake. He hears Wanyu asking why he isn't using a blanket. Wanyu pulls the blanket back up to tuck him in. But the moment he touches Xiaobai's bare arm, he suddenly freezes. His tone turns super serious. Xiaobai, you have a fever. He is instantly wide awake.
Wanyu rushes out to grab a thermometer to check his temperature.
37.8 degrees. Yep, he definitely has a fever. He panics, grabbing Wanyu's hand. What if they get quarantined before tomorrow's test results even come back? Wanyu calmly holds his hand, saying it's probably just a cold. He slept half naked. Wanyu quickly makes him medicine, letting Xiaobai rest on his lap. He keeps checking his forehead as the medicine slowly kicks in.
Xiaobai gets sleepy, but he low-key doesn't want to fail asleep.
Still, he forces himself to stay awake to ask if Wanyu is finally done with his work. He mumbles, if he actually tests positive, will they quarantine him? And since they live together, Wanyu would have to quarantine too. And since he brought Tong Yi food yesterday, Tong Yi gets dragged in too. Xiaobai starts crying, realizing that if their health codes turn red... Nah, this is actually crazy. Their secret relationship is going to be exposed. Wanyu doesn't know whether to laugh or cry, touching his forehead. He jokingly suggests going public, holding him as he falls asleep. The next morning, Xiaobai's dad spams his phone until he wakes up. His dad sounds incredibly hyped on the phone. He cheers that Xiaobai and Wanyu finally got together, shocking him. When Xiaobai asks how he knows, his dad mentions Wanyu's post. Xiaobai hangs up immediately. He opens WeChat and sees a post from 3:30 a.m. Wanyu had posted a photo of Xiaobai sleeping on his lap. He even had drool on his face. Absolute disaster. The comments are wild. And get this, even their dads liked the post. Absolutely mortified, Xiaobai rushes out of bed to find Wanyu. Xiaosu asks Wanyu what her latest social media post even means. Frowning, she asks why he is dressed so lightly and grabs his jacket. She drapes it over him, pulling him down. Kneeling to slip his shoes on, the domestic vibes are crazy. He blushes hard, but tries to glare back. Wanyu demands an explanation for his post instead. Is she scared their romance is getting exposed? But she actually went ahead and posted a totally embarrassing photo. A photo of him drooling while fast asleep.
Saying that is no proper announcement. He holds his hand out.
Delete it and repost, Wanyu. Surprisingly, she deletes that post and takes a selfie he sent her.
She actually uses the sweet caption he spent ages drafting.
It says there is somehow a guy this handsome and charming,
And he also happens to be her official boyfriend.
Totally satisfied, she locks her phone with a straight face.
She pulls him up, ordering him to bed. She mentioned she contacted the building staff and a testing team is coming soon. They must quarantine at home to make sure it is just a cold.
Or actually COVID. Thankfully, everything is fine.
The staff runs 7 tests on him, all coming back negative. His fever never returns either, which is a massive relief. The sickness was a false alarm, but her post causes a massive storm. The comments section explodes, and both of their dads show up. Uncle Lin comments, asking if she is really Wanyu.
He demands his daughter back, and Xiaosu's dad chimed in, warning him to stop using her account to post weird things. Scrolling down Wanyu's feed, he realizes these dads are surprisingly modern.
He spots a simple congratulations comment from Tang Yi at the very bottom.
He pauses, opening the keyboard, wanting to reply. But fearing a reply would just look like flexing, he quietly closes the app.
After a whole month of quarantine, they are finally free. Free at last, he plans to head back to his parents' house alone.
But his dad calls him up early, almost like a psychic, warning him not to bother coming back if he leaves Xiaoling behind. Shocked, he asks if his dad is seriously threatening his own son?
He finds it unbelievable, questioning if they are even related.
Besides, even if he gets locked out, he can open it himself.
His dad casually mentions his mom hurt her hand on her morning walk. Worse, she accidentally wiped all the saved fingerprints from the lock. He argues that Wanyu has not seen Uncle Lin in forever and should go home first. In a desperate final struggle, his dad just tells him to cut the crap. He says Uncle Lin is coming over tomorrow anyway, then hangs up.
With no choice, he has to relay his dad's annoying message.
He relays the message, telling her she does not have to go. Jiang Xiaobai keeps wondering why he did not want to be interrupted.
Lin Wanyu straight up calls him out, asking what he is so afraid of.
He is completely speechless and just plays dumb to avoid the question. He brushes it off, saying there is nothing to fear since she already agreed. They schedule the trip, and the very next morning they hit the road. He is driving with Lin Wanyu when his phone suddenly starts buzzing. It is a totally unknown number, and since he is driving, he cannot answer.
He asks Lin Wanyu to put it on speaker, and a girl's voice comes through. She asks if he is Zheng Xiaobai, leaving him utterly confused.
She introduces herself as Chen Huai, the blind date his dad arranged. She explains very calmly that they did not connect earlier.
Meeting up during lockdowns was impossible, so she thought chatting was pointless. But now that things are open and she has reviewed his profile, she is ready. She straight up tells him he is her absolute ideal type.
Then she asks when he is free to grab a bite and chat.
Zhang Xiaobai stammers while parking, telling her meeting up is unnecessary.
He quickly blurts out that he already has a girlfriend, wishing her the best. Without even waiting for her to respond, he immediately hangs up.
He slowly looks over, and yep, Lin Wanyu is staring right at him.
She slowly repeats his words, and he can only offer an awkward smile.
He insists it was just a total accident, but she only lets out a soft smirk.
She grabs his face and kisses him, completely smudging her own lipstick.
Turns out this ice queen gets jealous so easily, and honestly, we love to see it.
By the time they get home with the bags, Lin Wanyu's parents have already arrived. This is actually a normal annual visit, so Zhang Xiaobai does not suspect a thing. But this time, he suddenly gets incredibly nervous for some reason. Lin Wanyu leans in, softly telling him there is absolutely nothing to fear. She holds his hand as they walk over, handing the gifts to Uncle Jiang.
Auntie Wu was right there, and his dad signals his mom to take the bags. His dad smiles warmly, telling Lin Wanyu to sit since Zhang Xiaobai has a bad temper. He asks her to be patient with him, which completely shocks Zhang Xiaobai. In his 25 years of life, he has never heard his father speak so gently.
Uncle Lin smiles warmly, telling Zhang Xiaobai's dad not to be so harsh on him. He calls Zhang Xiaobai a great kid, blaming Lin Wanyu instead for keeping secrets. Lin Wanyu raises an eyebrow at her dad, realizing he knew everything all along.
She asks why he still set Zhang Xiaobai up with a blind date, as her dad sips his tea.
He chuckles, saying without a little outside pressure, she never would have realized her feelings. Auntie Lin speaks sternly, asking Lin Wanyu if she is truly serious about Zhang Xiaobai.
She warns her daughter not to bring any of her work-life attitude home.
She is not letting any of that superficial stuff slide because she raised him.
He has always been a reliable guy, so she better not let him down.
Talk about revisionist history. Zhang Xiaobai literally broke 7 of her ashtrays as a kid.
He also smashed 2 windows and even threw lit firecrackers into the neighbor's garden. Back then, Lin Wanyu always took the blame, and now she calmly tells her mom to not worry.
She drops a major bomb, promising to marry Zhang Xiaobai as soon as things settle down.
The parents are absolutely thrilled and immediately start planning the wedding details right then and there.
Our main character's dad just waves them off, telling them they are free to go. He tells Zhang Xiaobai to take Lin Wanyu back to his room to hang out, leaving them completely dazed.
So he leads Lin Wanyu into his bedroom. Shutting the door, he finally realizes, wait, is that really it? She smirks and asks what else he expected, considering he did not say a single word the entire time.
Lin Wanyu just laughs, leaning in to give him a sweet kiss on the lips.
She tells him he did not need to say anything anyway.
Her mom has literally wanted him as a son-in-law forever. After the holidays, she even gets a local job to settle down. She wants to be fully settled, but since he is new to his job, and Lin Wanyu is leading a brand new project, both of them end up incredibly busy. Before they even realize it, a solid 2 weeks fly by without them seeing each other. But tomorrow is finally going to be their very first official date since they started dating.
Our boy is totally panicking. What should he wear? Where should they eat? And what should they do?
He nervously asks his best bro for advice, only to get roasted and laughed at immediately. His friend is like, seriously, Zhang Xiaobai, it is just a date. Why are you so stressed?
You are acting like an elementary school kid on a field trip. Xiaobai begs him not to hang up.
So the friend finally gives him some real advice. It is spring, so just wear a clean shirt.
Keep it simple and neat. Now, as for the actual date activities,
he suggests taking her to a scary horror movie or even trying out an escape room.
Just act cool, protect her, and make sure to book the restaurant in advance. Xiaobai follows the plan perfectly, but once they actually get to the escape room, he looks at the ghost actor in front of them put on the absolute worst performance. The makeup is not scary at all. It is just plain ridiculous. But Lin Wanyu, she still leans in close to him anyway. Squeezing his arm, she whispers in a cute voice that she is so scared.
Looking down at her in the dim light, she hugs him even tighter. Honestly, the romantic vibe is absolutely perfect.
Xiaobai closes his eyes, leans in, and is just about to go for the kiss. But the ghost actor behind them is way too dedicated and jumps out to keep up the horror act. Screaming about taking their souls, the actor ruins the moment, so Xiaobai pushes Wanyu behind him in frustration. He suddenly whips around, slams the actor against the wall, and yells, "Take whose soul, you idiot?"
Can you not see I was trying to kiss her? The actor is left completely speechless.
Our boy instantly regrets his life choices, wishing he could time travel back 3 minutes. Once they finally exit the room, while Wanyu goes to get their room deposit back, he frantically texts his best friend that he completely messed up. The friend replies with a million question marks. What did you even do? Did you get stuck in an elevator? Feeling super defeated, Xiaobai texts back that he did something incredibly stupid right in front of Wanyu. He basically threatened the poor ghost actor. His bro is left completely speechless at this point. The friend asks if he remembers he is on a date or if he plans to show off. His Muay Thai skills to her next. Xiaobai desperately asks how he can even fix this now. Before he can even finish typing his message, his phone is suddenly snatched right out of his hand. Wanyu glances at the screen and asks who he has been texting this entire time.
Afraid she will misunderstand, he has no choice but to be honest and tell her it is just his friend.
He confesses that he has 0 dating experience and was just asking for advice because he thought he ruined things. Wanyu just stands there, looking a little annoyed, but mostly just highly amused and fond of him.
She tells him she has never been on a date either, so there is no need to ask anyone else. She says they can just figure things out together, slowly and at their own pace.
She wants to experience all of this only with him. Seriously, Wanyu has some top-tier romance game. His face and neck instantly flush red as he mutters a shy agreement. In the end, he and Lin Wanyu head to a nearby archery range. This is actually his favorite hobby, and the second he gears up,
He wiggles his eyebrows at Lin Wanyu and asks if he believes him.
he claims he can hit 3 bullseyes in a row, but Lin Wanyu just laughs. If he pulls it off, Wanyu has to answer one question. Total honesty only. But as they leave the archery range, before the hype even wears off, he spots Tong Yi standing nearby. Our boy freezes in his tracks, staring at him in silence. Across the busy, crowded street, Tang Yi just stands there, looking incredibly aloof and elegant. Finally, Tong Yi makes the first move. He sighs right in front of them, admitting he never stood a chance. Honestly, Tang Yi looks so incredibly lonely saying those words. Our boy wants to ask why he didn't just confess 3 years ago. But he hesitates and swallows the question, just offering a sincere compliment. You are great, he says. You will definitely find someone who loves you back. Tong Yi smiles and thanks him, saying it is a fair defeat. If I were Lin Wanyu, I would choose you too. With that final blow, he walks away without looking back. Lin Wanyu does not even flinch, just casually scrolling on his phone. Then he asks our boy if he still wants to eat pork stomach chicken. There is a top-rated spot nearby. But wait, did Wanyu forget their bet? Once they sit down inside, our boy finally gets the courage to ask. Answer me, he says. You clearly liked Tang Yi 3 years ago. We did not even meet for 3 years, so when did you fall for me? He expects Lin Wanyu to give him a deep, serious answer. Instead, Wanyu just frowns and asks when he ever liked Tong Yi. We were just classmates back then, and now we are just coworkers. There has never been anything else between us, literally ever. Our boy is in total disbelief. But what about the karaoke bar? Didn't you put together that massive romantic confession setup? There was a cake, flower wreaths, and your roommate said you were confessing. Yeah, I was confessing to you, Wanyu says, placing food in his bowl. He calmly adds, but you threw me onto the cake and ruined everything. Then you bolted without looking back, and your friend had to chase you. Later, you apologized, transferred me some money, and blocked my number. You kept dodging me, so I genuinely thought you hated me. Wait, so the dream guy Lin Wanyu wanted to confess to was him? He literally ruined his own confession. His entire body goes totally numb. He sits there completely speechless, but Wanyu just pats his shoulder. Let bygones be bygones. But how could Wanyu not hate him for blocking him? Why does he still love him after being ignored for years? Lin Wanyu's hand pauses midair. My heart is not a stone, he says. It cannot be easily turned away. After finishing their meal, they take a stroll through the mall and end up at a sleepwear shop. This place is a super famous chain store, and besides the usual loungewear and pajamas, they also have some pretty spicy designs. Xiaobai stops right in front of a tight tank top set. He stares for so long that Wanyu notices and asks if he likes it. Xiaobai panics. He tells Wanyu to ask himself that before leaning in to whisper something in his ear. Wanyu clears his throat, his ears instantly turning a soft shade of pink. They decide to buy it, and the excited clerk quickly wraps it up for them. When it is time to pay, Wanyu naturally recites his phone number. He says he has a membership, making Xiaobai look over. Xiaobai eyes him suspiciously. This is a men's pajama shop, so who did he bring here? Wanyu just laughs, asking what crazy things he's imagining. He explains he came here with his dad, but his dad had no cell signal. So they used Wanyu's number instead. It was just Uncle Lin, a total false alarm. Xiaobai grabs the bags, but as they walk out, he suddenly freezes near the entrance. The clerk follows his gaze and happily explains the situation. That design is actually from last year, and they are about to clear it out. Since they are running a clearance sale, he can grab one if he likes it. Xiaobai shakes his head and says he already has one, and he really does. That exact dark blue color and simple piped design? Isn't that the pajama set Wanyu gave him back then, claiming he borrowed it from a neighbor? When Xiaobai confronts him about it, Wanyu goes quiet for a moment. He finally admits it was meant to be a birthday gift, leaving Xiaobai completely stunned. But Xiaogai's birthday is in September, which Wanyu says he already knows. Under the dim car lights, Wanyu stares into his eyes and mentions the 3 years they spent apart. Yet Wanyu still prepared a birthday gift for him every single year, even if he couldn't deliver them. He kept them all, waiting for the day Xiaobai would finally stop running away. He planned to save them up and hand them over. Talk about ultimate loyalty, guys. Xiaobai is speechless. Suddenly, an old memory flashes through Xiaobai's mind, taking him back in time.
Ever since kindergarten, Xiaobai would always remind Wanyu about his upcoming birthday.
He would demand a gift every single year, until one day back in middle school, he waited from morning until afternoon, but Wanyu still had not given him anything. Feeling super hurt and angry, he cornered Wanyu at the classroom door right after school. He demanded his gift and complained that Wanyu had not even wished him a happy birthday yet. Bathed in the sunset glow, Wanyu just looked at him before pulling a massive gift box out of his desk.
He handed it over and softly wished Xiaobai a happy birthday.
Inside was a pair of sick sneakers that every guy in school was obsessed with back then. It was the ultimate hype shoe, and Xiaobai had secretly wanted them so badly. But to keep up his cool boy reputation, he had been too proud to ask his dad for them. Clutching the box like treasure, he tried his absolute best to hide his massive grin. He acted tough, saying he would barely accept it, but demanded Wanyu keep giving him gifts every year. He threatened to end their best friendship otherwise. Snapping back to the present,
Xiaobai looks up into Wanyu's deep, sparkling eyes, almost completely losing himself.
Wanyu gently wipes away his tears, teasing him for becoming such a softie lately. Xiaobai grabs his collar, complaining that it is all Wanyu's fault anyway. With teary eyes, he insists that he does not care what happens next. Wanyu must still give him gifts every year, and Wanyu just smiles, gently giving in.
He smiles, telling her the average lifespan is 80, so he has 50 more gifts to give.
He asks if she will cry 50 more times, making her sniffle. But 50's not enough. They need to stay together forever. She demands 100 more birthday gifts, just like all those times in the past. Honestly, he agrees to her ridiculous demand without hesitation, low-key heartwarming. Lin Wanyu pulls her in and kisses her. From the very start, the only person she ever wanted to grow old with has always been him and him alone.